Hello, DC Lyons, WDC Crofts on Hill.
Come in.
Karen, isn't it? Phil's sister.
I came round to give him a hand. He's not too good on his feet still.
Nasty business. Must have been a shock for you.
Yes.
Blimey. Hello, Tosh.
Stay where you are, Phil. You met WDC Croft at the hospital.
Yeah, all right.
Hiya. How's the leg?
Coming along. Can't walk much, though.
3-inch knife wound to the thigh.
Vicious.
Lucky. If they'd hit the artery, Phil might not be here now.
Well, what can I do you for?
Thought we could talk about the attack. See if you can give us a bit more by way of description.
I don't think so. All happened so fast, didn't it? I'm afraid you're wasting your time, Tosh.
Can we sit down, Phil? You told us you didn't recognise the man who attacked you.
It weren't anybody I knew.
But I thought you didn't see his face. You said he had a sweatshirt with the hood up.
Yeah, but, well, look, if it was somebody I knew, I'd have clocked the way he moved, or the build, or the clothes.
And you'd have told us?
Of course I would. I mean, he's hurt me. I want him done for it, didn't I?
You've got 2 convictions for dishonest handling.
Yeah. I'm the victim here. What do you want to be dragging that up for?
If you fell out with someone you were doing a bit of business with, you might try and keep it from us.
Look, I've told you what happened. I'm walking down the street. This guy comes out of nowhere and stuck me in the leg. End of story.
Well, it was just after midnight and I heard this noise outside. I had a look at the CCTV monitors, but I couldn't see anything.
What sort of noise?
Well, laughter like, and breaking glass. Well, my car's parked out there, so I went to have a look.
So you opened up the premises you were supposed to be guarding? You're taking a bit of a risk, weren't you? Why didn't you call us?
Well, I never thought it was proper criminals. No, the noise they were making. I thought it was just kids. I wanted to chase them away from my motor.
All right, so you opened up the door and you went outside.
Well, I was only 2 steps out the door, and then somebody grabs me round the neck. From behind.
Did you cry out?
Well, I couldn't. I was choking. Then they put a blindfold on my eyes, and I was gagged. And they dragged me back in here and tied me up.
Did you see any of the people who tied you up?
No. Well, they came from behind, like I said.
How'd you get that bruise?
Oh, one of them hit me.
So one of them smacked you around the face, but you didn't see them?
Well, that was in here, after they put the blindfold on.
So they hit you when you were helpless?
Well, I must have been struggling a bit, mustn't I?
Sarge, there you go. List of the missing property. TVs, video recorders, sound systems. It's a whole van load.
Did you see a vehicle?
No. I didn't see a thing.
Is there anything at all that you can remember about the burglary that you think might help us?
No.
We may well need to speak to you again. This is the 5th in a series of burglaries on commercial premises. Now, there's no fingerprints, there's nothing for forensic to go on. It's just good, clean, professional work. It's mostly high-value goods like electronic gear or liquor that's easily sold on.
Same firm?
I think so. And in this case, I think the security man's been on board.
Anyone in the frame?
Not as yet.
You can't go nicking stuff like that without someone knowing what's going on. Your snout's up to scratch.
Might know what's expected.
Make sure the rest of the troops know what's expected as well. Intelligence gathering is flavour of the month, John.
Yeah, hang on. Tosh?
Yeah?
It's for you. Karen Walsh.
Oh, right. Karen? Yeah, of course you can talk to me. What about the cafe in Oxton Lane? There's a nice line in Bacon Sarnies. Yeah. All right. I'll see you there.
Tosh, there's something you can do for me.
Well, not right now, Sarge. I'm on inquiries.
Into what?
I'm talking to a possible witness in the Walsh stabbing.
I thought you weren't getting anywhere with that.
This could be the break.
OK, well, when you finish your bacon sandwich, will you wake your snouts up and ask them about the burglaries and the stolen goods on that list?
Yeah, OK.
I won't hold me breath.
You got one of those for me, Sarge?
Yeah, thanks, Susie. Running past your informants. Maybe they've got more shelf life than Tosh's.
There you go. Well then, Karen.
I don't want Phil to know I talk to you.
I realise that.
My little brother. He has got a brain the size of a pea.
Are you saying he got in with a bad crowd?
His mates, they all like to dabble a bit, you know. There's always something going on with them. Either it's funny money, bent gear, or whatever.
And Phil gets involved?
It's happened now and again.
Well, go on.
Phil got this idea he was going to do mini cabbing. So first of all, he needs a big car, used but still a few grand's worth. Well, he's got no proper job. He rents a flat, no one legitimate is going to lend him the money.
So where's he going?
Heard of a bloke called Pat Beresford?
Oh, yeah. Owns property around here.
Does a bit of loan sharking on the side.
I've heard that.
He put the money up. So Phil buys this big Granada. And within a week, he totals the motor driving home from a club. And of course, he ain't got it properly insured, so he's wiped out.
And he hasn't repaid the debt?
No chance.
So you're telling me there's a connection between Phil's bad debt and the stabbing?
Obvious, isn't it?
Well, it might seem obvious, but that doesn't make it evidence. Did Beresford threaten Phil?
Everybody knows what he's like.
That's not the point. Did you see Beresford making threats?
No.
Did Phil say he got stabbed because he owed money?
He won't discuss it at all.
There's not a lot to go on, Karen.
Look, I've given you a suspect and a motive. It's obvious.
I'm sorry, that's not how it works.
You mean you're not going to do anything about Beresford?
I didn't say that. I'm glad you got in touch. It was the right thing to do. I'll investigate Beresford, and maybe I'll strike it very lucky. I doubt it, frankly. We need Phil's evidence.
Hi, Sarge. None of my contacts could put names to your burglars, I'm afraid.
Well, what about people further down the line knocking the stuff out?
Nah, and I was a bit disappointed with that, really. One of my informants will basically buy anything that falls off the back of a lorry. So I asked her about the property. She said none of the stuff's been knocked out around the pubs or clubs. And she would know. Sorry.
Don't be, that's useful.
Why?
That tells us they're capitalised and they're organised. It narrows down the possibilities.
Sarge, can I have some bodies for a spin?
Where?
Pat Beresford's place.
What's this in aid of?
The Walsh case. Word is that Walsh owed Beresford money.
Is it really worth the effort and the resources?
I don't think we should let loan sharks get in the habit of GBHing their debtors on our streets. Do you, Sarge?
No.
Well, can I have the troops then?
Yeah, all right, but what have you got for me?
Sarge?
On the warehouse jobs.
Oh, yeah. I've not had a chance to put it in my snouts, not as yet.
But you are going to?
Oh, yeah, sure. Mind you, I'm not promising anything. My snouts might not be up to speed on this sort of caper.
Yeah, well, they've been resting on their laurels a bit since they grassed up Dr. Crippen, haven't they? You wanted a word, Gov?
Yeah, John, sit down. I've been reviewing our handling of informants. Now, some of us have been very active, constantly recruiting, working the sources for all they're worth. I have to say at this point that you come out very well.
Glad to hear it.
However, some of our number, frankly, do not shine in this area. Now, I know what's in the files. I wanted to know if there was anyone you thought wasn't pulling their weight.
Anything?
Blow out.
Governor wants to see you.
All right.
Sarge? What's that about?
Man management, Susie. Investing in people, our greatest asset.
Tosh, when was the last time you registered an informant?
You supervise my handling of informants, Gov. You know as well as I do.
Humour me.
Well, there was the kid that we pulled for the credit card fraud. He rolled over and gave us the gang that were nicking all the cards.
Tosh, the question was when?
A few weeks back.
Months, actually. And has he given us anything since?
Nothing spectacular. Low-level intelligence, but it all contributes to the big picture.
Has it contributed to any arrests?
Not as such, no. But I've got plenty of other snouts, sources I've been cultivating for years.
Like him? They're well past their sell-by date. They're not in the front line. When they do give us anything, it's well stale or total bull.
But a lot of it's down to the look of the draw. The cases I've been working on just aren't the sort of things that throw up informants. Domestics, rapes, and a fray. Now this Walsh case.
Maybe so. But you've not exactly been making rapid progress on those either, have you?
I'm not a skiver, Gov.
No, Tosh, you're not. But maybe you're not making the best use of your time and your abilities. We all have to raise our game now and again. Otherwise we become passengers. And there's no room for them.
OK, Gov. Rocket received and understood.
Tosh, I'll be expecting an improvement.
I remember mine at that age. Grown up fast. Clothes don't seem to last him 10 minutes.
Yeah, tell me about it. And she's got away with what her mates have got. No good me showing her my wage slip. She don't get the message.
You working, though?
Only part-time. I can't work longer hours. It wouldn't cover the childminding.
So you're on the lookout for ways to help make ends meet?
Not a lot I can do, is there?
You might be able to bring you some extra dosh.
How?
You said Phil had these mates who are up to all sorts of things.
What about it?
Well, if you give us some names.
No.
Now, listen a minute. I'm just asking you to keep your eyes and ears open. You'd be looked after, cash in hand. We wouldn't tell the taxman.
Grassing?
Strictest confidence.
What do you take me for?
You'd be doing a public service.
Look, I told you about Phil because I wanted Beresford sorted out. I know who grasses to the law, criminals.
Not necessarily.
I happen to know some dodgy people. I'm not one.
I never said you were.
You do your own dirty work. Tara?
Looks like he's just collected an instalment. Where are you going? Beresford will see you.
Yeah. Hello, I'm DC Lyons. This is WDC Crofts on Hill.
So,
Your name is?
Lucy Forrester.
We observed a man called Patrick Beresford leaving this house.
Yeah,
Is Mr. Beresford a friend of yours?
he's my landlord.
Oh, right. Can I ask if you're happy with the way that Mr. Beresford runs his business?
What the hell's going on?
We're making inquiries. It's nothing to do with you.
What are they after?
Move away.
Should we move down the street a bit, Mr. Beresford, please? Let my colleague talk to this lady. Thank you.
I was asking you about Mr. Beresford's behaviour.
He's never given me any problems, if that's what you mean.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Any bother at all, do get in touch. Thanks for your time.
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
I'm doing my job.
You've got no right to go round winding up my tenants.
Who said I was winding her up?
Listen, I know all about harassment.
I bet you do.
I suppose my car goes into the computer now, and I get stopped every other day to have my tyres checked.
I hope you can check it yourself, Mr. Beresford. It's a major contribution to road safety.
I think we should go now. Tosh!
I say, Tosh! Yeah? Get off my back, you sad little prat.
Don't you talk to me like that, you scumbag!
Tosh!
Just try and run your business on this
leave
ground
it.
with me on your case.
Tosh, we're going now.
You've got the black spot!
Now, Tosh!
Tosh! I'm putting in a complaint about you.
You lost it back there.
Don't be daft. I was putting it on just to get him rattled.
Oh, yeah?
You've got to be able to put up a front in this job, you know that.
And what if he makes a complaint?
No chance.
What if he does?
His word against mine.
What about me?
You weren't well placed to see or hear what went on.
Oh, and that's my script, is it? Am I to practice it until it sounds convincing?
Well, what do you want to say?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, thank you for agreeing to help us with our inquiries, Tommy. You don't mind if we call you Tommy, do you? As I said before, you're not under arrest. You're free to leave at any time, and you can obtain free legal advice should you so desire.
You do understand?
Aye.
OK. So how long have you been in your job?
About 3 months.
Happy in your work?
It's wages.
So you'd be open to other offers?
Oh, if something come up.
Has anyone approached you recently asking you about your job or about the warehouse?
Approach me? No. Not that I recall.
Not that you recall. Well, I want you to try hard, Tommy, and see if you can recall anything like that. Take your time.
Bit of an effort dragging yourself up here. What do you want to talk about?
Beresford. You've been after him.
Did he say that?
Karen. The silly bitch has been sticking her oar in, stirring things up.
The way she sees it, she's trying to stand up for you when you won't stand up for yourself.
She treats me like an imbecile, as if I can't manage life.
You've not been doing too brilliantly lately.
That's my business. I can handle it. Just lay off Beresford. I've got no quarrel with him.
Just a minute. You're not prepared to give evidence against Beresford?
Nah. I was out of order. I got spanked for it. Enough said.
Look, if you've said more than you should to somebody, then now's the time to get it off your chest.
Sure. There's nothing more I can tell you.
OK. You keep on thinking about it, Tommy, because we'll be asking you again. For my money, the security guard's well in it, Gov, but he's keeping stun.
He's on a drink.
Yeah, but I think there's stick as well as carrot. He's scared, not just of us.
Tosh.
Yeah?
You need to ring this number.
It's a mobile. You get a name?
No, you didn't say. But it sounded like Beresford.
Ah.
Can I say something without you biting my head off?
Try me.
If Beresford is going to make a complaint, don't go digging yourself in any deeper. Keep it above board, on the record.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where are you going now?
Inquiries. I love the smell of new cars. My motors always stink of sick and stale biscuits.
Yeah, they are nice motors, these.
Yeah. Shame about the idiots who drive them.
Listen, I've got enough aggravation in my life. I don't need any trouble from the police.
That's a very sound line of thought.
I was wondering, was there something I could do that would square matters up?
Well, you call the meeting. What you got in mind?
Well, maybe I could help you out. Maybe there's something I could put on the table that would sweeten things up between us.
What exactly are you talking about?
Now, don't get anxious. I'm not going to offer you a bung.
What then?
Well, some of the individuals that I'm obliged to deal with, they're a bit naughty. I could put some of them your way.
Are you offering information?
Yeah, something like that.
Would this be on a regular basis?
Yeah, if it'll do the business.
You'd get cash in hand, if we get results.
Wow, that's always handy, isn't it? But I'll be looking for a bit of help from you as well.
What sort of help?
Would you be willing to drop this business about Phil Walsh?
Now you're asking something. It's not up to me to drop it. I wasn't the victim. But if you shape up, Pat, I might stick my neck out for you.
I'd be grateful.
Show me. What are you offering?
Well, there's been a bit of burglary going down, hasn't there? Warehouses.
Tell me about it.
Well, the firm that's doing it, they're not selling the gear on. They're sitting on it till things cool down.
Yeah, we know about that.
Gives them a bit of cash flow problem, doesn't it? There's no money coming in. And yet they need working capital to set the jobs up. Make sure the right sort of people get tasters and drinks.
Security men. Key holders.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So you've been bankrolling this firm?
Well, as we say in financial circles, I've had a certain degree of exposure in that sector, yeah.
But if you're offering them up, your investment goes down the tubes.
Well, I wouldn't exactly be taking a loss. The bloke I'm talking about, he thinks the debt is cleared. He did me a service, according to him.
But you don't think so?
Well, it's his fault I got aggravation from you.
The burglar is also the scrote to cut Phil Walsh for you.
I never wanted that. If I'd said I wouldn't mind having a frighteners put on someone, all I would have meant was a bit of pressure, not knives.
Let's have a name.
Fender. James Fender.
What, again?
Afraid so, Tommy. Can we come in?
I can't get you along. I'm half it.
Don't count on it.
Right. I'm looking for your cooperation, Tommy. So I'm not placing you under arrest at this stage, but I am going to caution you. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you know a man called James Fender?
No comment.
Did you conspire with James Fender to steal from your employers, and did you give him access to their premises?
I've got nothing to say.
Tommy, bear in mind the caution. If you've got something you want to get off your chest, you would be wise to do it now. Did Fender threaten you with violence or actually use violence against you?
Aye. He fronted me up in a pub. He asked me to let him into the warehouse. He said if I didn't, he would do me over.
Why didn't you come to us?
'Cause I bloody believed him.
So why didn't you tell us what really happened last night?
He came round and I let him in. He had the gear away in a van, and then he tied me up like we'd agreed. Then he smacks me one in the head. Says that's to make it look real, and if you don't behave, it's one on account.
Well, that sounds like you just let him walk all over you, Tommy, for nothing. And I don't believe that. What's he bunging you?
$250 up front, and I'm due another $250.
That's good, Tommy. You're cooperating. You're doing yourself no harm, and it will be remembered.
Look, do I have to go down for this?
Well, you have committed a crime, Tommy. I mean, confession is good for the soul, but it doesn't wipe the slate clean. Does it, Rod?
No, sadly not such. But maybe Tommy is asking whether there's anything further he can do to put matters right.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking, Tommy?
Aye.
Well, come on. Don't want to put words in your mouth, do we?
What else can I do?
Good of you to offer. There is something, as a matter of fact. Sit down.
Thanks very much.
Here we go.
You must be off your head coming here now.
I really need the cash. Now listen, I'll settle with you when I'm ready. But I did what you wanted. I let you into the warehouse. Yeah, you let me in. And when I've got rid of the gear, I'll settle up with you. And don't push it, otherwise I'll put a stripe across your face.
I'm arresting you for burglary. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your... Get back, both of you! Get back!
Okay, down!
All right! But it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court.
right.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Nice one, Tosh.
Who's the blue-eyed boy, then?
Yeah. Funny old world, isn't it?